So this term fractional, let's say CFO or fractional CMO, what does it exactly mean? Like,
Yep.
maybe I can guess what it means, but maybe if you can explain
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
more
It
clearly.
means, it means that, so in our business, for example, we'll have a CFO who has, 20, 30 years of experience, has worked for, small companies, big companies, has a lot of experience. And then these really tiny companies that are our clients, um, there's not 40 hours worth of work for that CFO at that small company. So they'll go and be the CFO. So they're there every day, or maybe they're not even there every day, but they're definitely reachable every day. And but they're only spending 10 or 20 hours a week with that company. But they are the CFO, and in fact, a lot of times that fractional CFO may be managing a accountant or a bookkeeper, where that company does have full-time work for an accountant or a bookkeeper, um, if they're a little bigger in size. And so their boss is the CFO, but that CFO is working 10 or 20 hours a week at that company, 10 or 20 hours a week at another company, 10 or 20 hours a week at a third company. And so that CFO has a full-time job, but maybe is the CFO for three or four different
Got
companies.
it. And it's becoming a trend, or it has this term has existed like for the past 10 years, or is
Yeah,
it because I keep
yeah,
hearing it more like it's becoming more frequent recently, the
yeah,
fractional. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So my company actually was started by the founder 10 years ago. And so that fractional CFO, concept has been around for 10 or maybe even 20 years. But I think that the ease of working virtually has even increased that more. So I think it's become more and more prevalent because, maybe 10 or 20 years ago, somebody would think about all right, I need a CFO. I am in, whatever space. Maybe I'm in the IT, computer software
Pharma. Yeah.
space,
Yeah.
pharma, whatever it might be. And so I need a CFO that really understands my business. And maybe I'm in a smaller city. Maybe I'm in Cincinnati. Well, I may not be able to find a part-time CFO in Cincinnati, and I'm, that has the
Qualifications.
industry experience that
Yeah.
I'm looking for. So I'm probably overpaying. Yeah, my CFO is probably, either not fully busy or doing work that is beneath them, but they're doing it because, I need them here in person, and I can't find anybody, can't find somebody on a fractional basis in Cincinnati. Well, now and with our company, almost none of we have 80 employees, we have 100 different clients. Almost none of our employees are in the same city as our clients. They're all working over Zoom or Teams or whatever. And of course, we'll fly there, if there's a board meeting or another meeting or some other reason for people to be in person, we'll fly there. But on a day-to-day basis, the interactions are all over Zoom. And so now that person sitting in Cincinnati that maybe 20 years ago had a full-time CFO, well, now for, a fourth of the cost, they can have a full-time CFO, who's at least available to them full time, even though they may only be working 10 or 20 hours a week. And they can get on a Zoom call anytime they want. And anytime there's a big need, they can say, no, I need you to fly in and spend this week, in Cincinnati. But they can have access to that fractional CFO much easier than they could, 10 years ago when Zoom and video conferencing was much less
Prevalent. Yeah.
prevalent and easy.
And
I
easy.
mean, I don't know about you, but 10 years ago, I wouldn't have had the ability to get on my laptop and have this conversation.
Yeah.
I worked for a very large company that had video conferencing, and they had a video conferencing room in
Yeah.
each office, and we'd have to go into that
And
room
expensive
to have
hardware. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
so it wasn't available at least to me 10 years ago on my laptop like it is today.
So COVID. So you think COVID and the pandemic has definitely been the catalyst to the acceptance of that fractional C-level title now, and
Yeah.
then Zoom and all
Yeah.
that has also helped.
Yeah, I think so because I think now, you can get access to that talent anywhere in the world, and where prior to the pandemic, that may or may not have been technically possible, but the mindset wasn't there, right? The CEO of a small company was not nearly as comfortable having a fractional CFO who's not in their same city, as they are now.
I see. I see.